I believe that love is the answer. I believe love will find a way. I believe that love is the answer. I believe. Minnesota Fighting Vikings, that's right, starting the post-game show early, as we're wont to do, because Minnesota Fighting Vikings putting a bow on this this gift, this just day of amazingness. Fans are leaving U.S. Bank Stadium. No, Pack, no. Dun, 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 dun. Also, it's really unfortunate because I have the Giants picked in a reverse survivor pool, and it looks like they're going to beat Tennessee. Never trust Tannehill. Never trust the Titans. It's just messed up. Absolutely messed up, man. But frankly, again, no one knew what the Vikings were going to be because we didn't see it in preseason. And Kevin O'Connell, new offense, were the parts going to fit in, what he wants to do, the new Ed Dontel defense, what was he going to do? But woo-wee, my friggin' goodness. I mean, this is just, it's just delightful. It's just fantastic. Minnesota Fighting Vikings wrapping up the final 2 minutes, up 23-7. They got the rock just shy of midfield. 2nd and 11. 2 minutes ago. Green Bay's out of timeouts, by the way. A couple runs. 1 first down, the game's over. So off tackle with Dalvin, loses a yard, but clock ticks. No big deal. No big deal. Oh, by the way, so the Chiefs, yeah, they're pretty good. Arizona is garbage. My goodness. My goodness, man. That's right. Chat is populating. Live stream coming on online. Let us know where you're watching from. Give a couple shout outs. Kevin O'Connell, all smiles, man. Taking care of business like he's been here. 12-year-old boy, stoic. Also, they got Mario on the sidelines. It's a Mario. It's a good look, man. Packers defense is gassed. I was told that the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers had one of the best defenses in the National Football League. Vikings took a timeout and want to get set for 3rd down, see if they can convert, or maybe they'll just run the clock because, all right, so that would take 40. So it'd be about 35 seconds left if they punted, which, wouldn't be the end of the world. So, hell, maybe even just take a knee or run the draw play would make sense in this spot. I just love all of the body language. And also you look at Aaron. Ooh! This is the look of a man beaten by jacks. Like, this is the look of a man who wish he would have just retired. He's like, why did I have to come back? Why did the Packers have to give me $50 million a year? Why did I take so much that Devontae left? Why? It's great. Thielen in motion. Got Dalvin. Ooh. On the sideline. Oh, and he went out of bounds. Damn it, Dalvin. All right. So not a very heads up play there by Dalvin. Should have just fell down in bounds. And that's basically it. But went out of bounds. It's sort of akin to the late great Marion Barber, rest in peace, when he was with the Cowboys and he stepped out of bounds during Tebow time, Tebow mania, and then Matt Prater made a kick from the moon. That's a callback, man. But yes, this is amazing. This is amazing. That is amazing. Justin Jefferson with a career high in receiving. Looks like he's going to end the day with 9 catches, $184 and 2 touchdowns. Plus, he was that close from a 3rd touchdown. Also, Ryan Wright needs to be back in 66. Like, the 1-4 just doesn't look right. Reminds me too much of Sean Mannion. All right, so T. Martin's kid fair catches down at the 7-yard line. 1:02 left. Green Bay down 16. 0 timeouts left. And the Vikings should and could be putting a bow on this thing. So a couple shout-outs. We got Iowa in the house. Hope you're not a Hawkeye fan. Oh, boy. Hey, they scored 7 again. Omaha. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Syracuse. Oregon. Akron, Olympia, Washington, La Habra. That's right, man. Justin Jefferson. We're going to do a video on this of can Justin Jefferson win the MVP award. It's really tough for a wide receiver to win it, mainly because if he has the same quarterback all year, I mean, someone's throwing him the ball, and generally, MVP is a quarterback award. Let's be honest here. It's a quarterback and occasionally a running back award. It's sort of like the Heisman. So basically, you have to go all Devontae Smith like a couple years ago. Oh, Jordan Love is in. Oh, comeback is on. Too much time for Jordan Love. DeGuera's not. Man. All right, so we got our 10 takeaways that we're getting into as soon as the final whistle goes off. And then we're going to have our winners and losers coming up as well. It's just a fun day where, sports is supposed to be the fun release. Right? Oh, and the Packers are just racking up garbage time yards. No problem. 10 seconds left. I don't think they'll get another playoff. By the way, the Packers look bad. I mean, straight up. The Packers look listless. Like, the defense is supposed to be good. They look gassed at times. Kevin O'Connell's fired up, man. Got the headset off. He's ready to party. Andrew Booth Jr.'s on the sidelines. That's a good sign. He left with a quad injury. Giving daps. Adam Thielen out there. That's right. Give some love to Neil Hunter, 99. Feeling fine. Had himself a sack. Got after it. See, Jordan Love going to try Hail Mary? Or this is going to be the Dink and Flicka? Oh, all right, so rookie Christian Watson. Shaq Edwards, $5 in Super Chat. Skull, this is a statement win because national media think this Green Bay division. Look at me, Cousins. I am the captain now. Fully agree. Statement win. Absolute statement win. I love it. I love it, man. All right, so, yeah, post-game show is on. They're showing the Tennessee Titans and the stupid Giants. Giants won, didn't they? Is that the final score? Mama, no. Mama, no. So we're out. Damn it. That was the worst thing that happened to me today. I'm just playing. All right, so let's see here. All right, so wrapping up the game, we'll get into 10 takeaways. So Kirk Cousins, 23 of 32, 277, 2 touchdowns, only 1 sack, keeping things clean. Dalvin had 108 yards combined. Jefferson just blew up, 9 for $184 and 2. Now, so what's amazing about Jefferson is that he did it against allegedly one of the best secondaries in the league. Respect. Packers stacked back there. And he did it when everyone in the building knew that he was getting the ball. And he still did it, which is just absolutely amazing. Also, I think it's funny that Johnny Munt is the third leading receiver, as everyone predicted. Defense. All right, so Jordan Hicks ended up with 14 tackles. Some of them were Blanton tackles, so Robert Blanton was a safety for the Vikings back in the day. Came in out of Notre Dame. I think he was a corner at Notre Dame. But so Blanton every game would rack up 10, 11, 12 tackles. And the national media jabroni haircuts who only scouted the box score would be like, oh, look at Robert Blanton. He's putting up all these tackles. He must be really good. But what happens is that in coverage, his guy would catch the ball, and then he would just tackle his guy. So he was getting burned in coverage and then making tackles. I think a lot of those are what happened to Jordan Hicks, where I like the veteran a lot, but he was a liability in coverage, and also his whiff. He absolutely whiffed on A.J. Dillon on what would have been a touchdown if Harrison didn't stand him up at the goal line. But it's fun either way. Let's see. Hicks got a sack. Yeah, Hicks got a sack on the one where Rodgers looks lost, by the way. Rodgers looks like he didn't practice at all in training camp. It's like he just walked in off of some ayahuasca or DMT and just like, whatever. We're 17. Where Devontae's gone? Like, he's trying to run his old offense, and it's not going to work. And I do think that the 12-year-old boy, Matt LaFleur, got way too much credit for the Packers passing game because of Devontae Adams. The whole F it, Devontae's down there somewhere. That offense ain't going to work anymore, man. It ain't. It's a Gophers won by 50. Vikings statement win. Feeling good. So Daniil got a sack. Zadarius got a sack right away. DJ Wanham getting after it as well. Also, props to Zadarius Smith. So Zadarius on the play where Rodgers was trying to throw a block, Zadarius could have easily just murked him. Just murked Rodgers and put him into the ground and bird bones and all that stuff. Probably would have been fined. Maybe would have been suspended. Certainly would have been a penalty. But props to Zadarius for pulling up there. Man. Harrison got himself an interception. Harrison generally has Aaron Rodgers' number. Now, I was sort of hoping for more. Like, this felt like it should have been a 40-7 type win, but 23-7 is perfectly fine. But all right, so we got 10 takeaways. 10. Number one, the offense is sexy. We didn't know what the Kevin O'Connell offense is going to be with the ones, with the starters. We saw a little bit of training camp. We didn't see any in preseason, but it's looking good, man. It is balanced. It is modern. You're getting mismatches all over the place. I mean, how many times did you see Jefferson running against a linebacker? Whether it be Quay Walker, whether it be whoever. And that's what really stuck out to me about Cooper Kupp with the Rams, is that they're always finding mismatches, whether it's personnel, whether it's motion, whether it's all that stuff. The Vikings have greatly increased motions, shifts, getting mismatches all over the field, and also getting the ball to your guys in space. Also, can Jefferson win MVP? Probably not. There's a lot of things that have to go right for him. He's got to win the Triple Crown. He's got to break records. Vikings have to dominate. And also, like, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have to fall off a cliff. That's really about it. But, yeah, the offense. Cousins look good. Cousins looks very good. He looks calm. The offensive line is still a work in progress. That's fine. But Cousins, what really stood out to me is he looked greatly improved in buying himself a little bit more time, moving around the pocket, not panicking, and then allowing plays to develop off script, which has not been his forte. It's not been his strong point during his career. So the fact that Kevin O'Connell and Kirk Cousins are starting to get the most out of that, it's amazing. And the whole thing about making plays off script, that's Cousins putting in work. That's coaching as well. Ooh, Tired Marine, $20 in the super chat. You're the best. The best, baby. If you want to ask a question, toss a couple bucks in the super chat. We'll get to him. Also, I mean, Kirk looked really, really effing good. Just really, really on point. The Vikings can win a lot of games with this version of Kirk Cousins. You really can. For real. Number 3. So the team didn't pucker. All right. So there was a moment in the second half where Green Bay got on the board with the touchdown. It was only 20-7. And you're like, oh, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Aaron Rodgers, Vikings going to blow a lead again. They're going to eventually lose 21-20. And under the previous regime, yes, you could say that. During 2020, during 2021, you could certainly see it going that way. But this team buckled down. They got to stop. They got to drive on offense. And even though it was just insurance field goal as opposed to punching in another touchdown in the second half, they didn't fold. They didn't buckle. And I think that does come down to culture. That does come down to attitude. And guys, they're having fun. They want to play with each other. They want to play for phrasing. They want to play for the coaching staff because they like them. So they're going to get after it. Rylan Avery, $5 in the super chat. Skol, sign of things to come. Absolutely. No, this was a monster test. So you're one up in the division against your probably going to be the number one rival, unless you count the Bears. No. And also, no one knew what this offense is going to be. No one knew what the defense is going to be. The defense is opportunistic. They can get after that ass, and the offense can go toe-to-toe with anyone. Now, yes, you could say they should have scored a touchdown in the second half. 6 points and a half of football ain't great. But, I mean, this team, baby. Also, the best edge rushing duo in the National Football League, Zadarius and Daniil got after it. And beyond that, I mean, they go truly 4 deep at edge rusher. And DJ Wanham got a sack. Patrick Jones got himself some nice pressures. Plus, you were seeing a lot of Jones and Wanham on the field. So the Vikings are finding ways to get all 4 of these guys on the field. And it's a passer and get the passer league. And the fact that they're doing that, love it. Also, stick with the defense. Number 5. So the defense ripping at balls. Now, this had been a talking point in training camp where, Ed Donatel, old school guy, and before, obviously, when you stand up a ball carrier, punching at that football, or when you're trying to make an open field tackle, like lead with your fist at that ball, try and knock it out, try and go all Peanut Tillman. It had sort of been pushed to the wayside, but it was an emphasis this offseason. And you saw it. Like whenever, A.J. Dillon or Aaron Jones would get stood up, like guys were coming in, hammering at that football. And they're going to get a couple. It's like Matt Daniels and the special teams. They're coming after every single punt. C.J. Ham, I'm really surprised that he didn't get his mitts on one. It's going to happen. So I love the aggression, love getting after. Yes, once in a while you're going to have a missed tackle because you're too busy ripping out the football. Don't care. I think the juice is worth the squeeze. L.E. Jasso, $5 in Super Chat. Thoughts on our potential record this year? I haven't wavered from 12-5. Yeah, I think that's been generally our homerish prediction all year. Derek Baker, $20 Canadian in the Super Chat. Is that like $4 American? Best game O-line has played against the Greasy, Grimy Packers in years. Second half, yeah, they definitely got their ish together. Some rookie mistakes, but overall Cousins had a lot of time. Yeah, I think it was a combination of better pass protection as well as Cousins dealing with pressure a lot better. I think it all came together, a nice gumbo. Plus, of course, Kevin O'Connell calling plays that his offensive line is competent to pull off. Let's see what else here. Offensive line growing pains. So Ed Ingram, so Ed Ingram got targeted. He got torched in the first half, settled down, played a great second half, and the entire offensive line in general played really good in the second half. I think maybe there was like 4 pressures in the second half total. Front 7 rotation. So like we said, Wanham and Patrick Jones II were getting their time in. Also, you saw a lot of Blake Lynch getting in there. So I don't know if this was a week 1 anomaly of just trying to settle guys in to football shape for the regular season, or if this is going to be a hallmark for the season. And I'm for it, man, because it's going to keep guys like Diesel Dalvin, Harrison Phillips, Daniil, Za'Darius fresher later in games as well as later into the season. Because 17 games is a freaking long haul, especially if you're planning a lengthy playoff run as well. Number 8, easing Irv Smith back in, Johnny Munt season. So Irv, we'll see the snap counts, but I feel like Irv only played about a dozen snaps. Had 1 catch, I want to say. No, that didn't count. All right. Well, I thought he had 1 catch before the half, but apparently they didn't count that one. So, Johnny Munt got the most work out there. Good blocking tight end. A career high 3 catches for 17 yards on 3 targets. Caught all 3 of them. So I don't think this is just an aspersion on Irv. I think they're just really taking it slow with that thumb. There you go. Ty Marine, $10 in the Super Chat. It just feels like a different Vikings. Absolutely. Fully agree that the vibe is different. The offense is modern. The defense is getting after that ass, and they're playing fun, free, fast football. Teddy Williams, $2 in Super Chat. That run game is solid too. No Kene or Ty yet. Yeah, Dalvin and Madison going back and forth, especially Madison grinding out some of those tough yards to grind some clock off. And culture change wise, people could say, oh, well, I mean, these spoiled millionaire millennials and all this stuff. But, when, like Terrence Newman is talking about in that article about Zimmer's culture, where if you're afraid to make a mistake, or if you're walking on eggshells, and if one mistake, one mental error, one physical error is going to ruin your day, it's tough. It's tough when you have that little margin of error. But if you're not concerned about making mistakes, it actually helps you. It benefits you because you don't have to think. You can just play fun, fast, free football, and you're seeing that. Both on offense and defense, guys are fired up on the sidelines. They can't wait to get back out there. They're playing for each other, which wasn't always the case in previous years. Ryan Schultz, $5 in the Super Chat. Who'd have thought you get rid of Zimmer and not only does the offense improve, the defense shuts down the 2-time reigning MVP? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Where I want to, so we have an addition to National. Yeah, the National Media Jabroni Haircuts, who still think that the Packers are going to be top 5. Just feeling good. I'm trying to think of a game where we felt this good, and I understand that it's sort of pathetic. Whatever. Todd Marine, $10 in the super chat. I just want one for my dad, fan since 65. Absolutely. If you're around my age, maybe a little bit younger, you got dads, you got grandpas that were Vikings fans, hardcore. Yeah, they lived through the 4 Super Bowl losses. They've seen all the ups and downs. Just un would be fantastic. Second half adjustments. So I like what they did, countering a lot of the adjustments that the 12-year-old boy and Joe Barry threw out there, where it did seem like things bogged down a bit in the third quarter. But I like what the offense eventually did in the fourth quarter. I like what the defense did. They're still bringing heat. They still got after it, and they were still sitting deep on Rodgers, where that was most frustrating for him, where they sat back with 2 deep safeties, and Kendricks and Hicks were playing deep zone coverage in the middle of the field. So there wasn't anything. There was just nothing that was going to be jackpot down the field. So it had to be death by 1,000 cuts, and they just run out of clock to do that. I see Matty Ice, $2 in super chat. Jefferson killed the Packers secondary. Yes. And I have a ton of respect for Jair Alexander. I think he's one of the better cornerbacks in the league. But Jefferson just got after that ass, man. It was Jalen Ramsey, Stephon Diggs-esque, type game. Love to see it, man. You love to see it. Also, quick injury math, 184 times 17. All right, so Jefferson is on pace for 3,128 yards receiving, which would be a record. God, I love it, man. God, I love it. Tanner Ross, $5 in the super chat. After seeing the Vikings play this well in week 1, how do you feel about us against the rest of the NFC? I think the Eagles game is going to be big. Monday Night Football, 1-0 versus 1-0, 2 up-and-coming teams. Man, that Eagles game, baby. That Eagles game is going to be huge. Love it, man. Injuries. So Lewisine missed the game because he re-aggravated that knee injury. Hopefully he'll be back week 2 against the Eagles. Also, you had Andrew Booth leave with a quad injury. Now, he was on the sidelines at the end of the game, no helmet. So hopefully he'll be back. Caleb Evans played pretty decent from what I saw in the couple snaps that he got. Cameron Dantzler left with cramps. He's fine. See, anything else? I know it's really about it, but man. It's one thing to come into the offseason fully hyped, and sometimes you just get punched in the face right away. Your teams, a lot of teams come in with all this hype. Look at the Bengals this year, look at the Rams, look at everything, right? But the fact that we Vikings fans were so fired up, because we saw, the team was super talented from top to bottom. They didn't make a lot of large changes when it came to the veterans. And Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, new day, a new dawn, a new offense, a new defense with Ed Dontel, and then this. Just baby. Against your number one rival, against Aaron Rodgers right in his stupid face. You shut down their offense. You march in their defense. Justin Jefferson puts on the performance of his career so far, and you just take care of business. It makes you feel good. Plus, this can be replicated. This defense will travel. This offense will travel. Everything like that. The run game was good too. So it just gives you a lot of hope. Especially given the Vikings. Let's bring up schedule. Because I keep deleting it. Week 2 against the Eagles looks big. Looks big time, man. All right, so week 2 Eagles, Monday Night Football, that's a big-time one. Saints in London, it's going to be a monstrous game as well. Dolphins look good. Commies started off the season with a W. Patriots, maybe not so much. But, the Colts got a tie. Giants won. Maybe the Giants will be a little bit more plucky than everyone expects. But, one game at a time. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Took care of the Packers week 1. Hey, that's cool. That's fantastic. Now let's do it again. Let's do it again. So that's it. That's our post-game hashtag analysis. 10 takeaways from the game that was, and just this is the look of a man who's not even mad. He's just like, I can't believe I came back. Keep an eye out for winners and losers. Also, we're going to do a video about how Justin Jefferson can win NFL MVP. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol